Hello, everyone. This is another Black Conservative. I'm Ryan Bolin. Thank you all for joining me. I want to do something a little bit different today. I want to talk about an article that I read on Will Smith and Jada Pinkett Smith's popularity, like going down the drain. Why? Of course, you know why. Because of the debacle at the Oscars when Will Smith decided to, slap Chris Rock over a joke that he made about his Will Smith's wife. Now, according to the Q score in this article, the Q score is a rating system on the popularity of celebrities. Will Smith's Q scores have gone down dramatically. And is that a surprise? That shouldn't be a surprise to anyone, because most people in this country, most people that were fans of Will Smith and admired him, are now pretty upset about him. Now, myself, it's like I'm still bothered by what he did. But being the type of person that I am and the type of person God is designed me to be, I'm willing to forgive and forget. I've forgiven the man. I've forgiven what he did. And let's move on. It's going to be hard for him to get back to where he needs to be, but let's move on. But I think before I get to Jada Pinkett Smith Q scores, part of the reason why his popularity, I believe, is still plummeting is because of this late apology that he gave. Everybody was talking about how that Will Smith should have apologized to Chris Rock right when he did what he did. And I agree. He was apologizing to everyone else except the man that he actually assaulted. Okay. But yet he wait 1,000 years later to want to have this, do a video or and I'm pretty sure some of you saw it. I seen part of it. Or he's apologizing, and so I'm like, man, come on, man. Come on, bro. Come on, bro. This is ridiculous. When you wait that long to want to apologize, I can't help but wonder sometimes when it comes to these celebrity debacles, is this stuff planned just to keep people distracted from what's going on politically? Is that what? Because, stuff like this keeps people's minds focused on things other than the decisions that these politicians are making for us in the future. But anyway, you wait all that time to decide that you want to apologize to him. So maybe perhaps his popularity has gone down the drain, or is still very low and getting lower because he waited so long to apologize. Now, let's get back with his wife, Jada Pinkett Smith. According to the article, her Q scores have never been really high to begin with because she was never a popular person. Now, me personally, I kind of liked Jada Pinkett Smith. She was cool. I wasn't against her or anything like that. She had some roles that she played. She played in this movie called Jason's Lyrics. She played and Set It Off in the 1990s. Really great movie. But I think maybe perhaps that the reason why she was not so popular, even the article says this about the writer of the article says this, and it may or may not be true, but I'm inclined to believe that this is true, that the reason why perhaps Jada Pinkett Smith was not so popular was because of her approach and her attitude. She had this, this conceited attitude about herself, and I'm just real. When I'm just gonna be real with it. People can call me sexist all day. Look, when a woman acts like that, it's not becoming. When a woman acts arrogant and she, especially if she's a celebrity, it is not attractive. It's not attractive at all. Men push back on that. Now when a man does it, even though it's not a good thing, it's still not a good thing. It's common among men because of a man's nature. Men tend to be aggressive. Men tend to be have egos. Now, women can have egos too, but men, because of the way they're designed, have an ego that's different. So men tend to be a little bit different. That's a part of their nature. But when a woman does it, it just doesn't, having that attitude, that snapping her neck attitude, and I'm better than you attitude, that doesn't come off too well with men and women. And so I think that that's part of the reason why Jada Pinkett Smith's popularity never was really high on the Q score anyway. And so now it's even lower. It's at a 6, it says. So, and that's not a surprise. That's not a shock. Nobody really, and like I said, with myself, I wasn't against Jada Pinkett Smith, but at the same time, I kind of was like, she had that attitude and Set It Off. She had that attitude in Jason's lyrics. She had that attitude in what was that horror movie? Tales from the Crypt. Demon Knight came out in the 1990s. That, you know, that old smug attitude, that old street attitude. This just didn't seem right. People don't like that. Men don't like that. Which is why I'm like, well, man, why would Will Smith, you know, want to be with her? They were two opposite people, you know. Will Smith seemed to have a laid back. He was cool. He had his arrogance and so forth. He had his, you know, moments of arrogance and so forth. But for the most part, Will seemed to exude a sincere personality. He was pure at heart, so to speak. Where she was like, you know, yeah, you know, and she wanted to be, from what I understand, she wanted to be with what's that rapper's name? Y'all know what I'm talking about. What's his name? God, I forgot that man's name. I cannot remember that man's name. I know y'all. Don't be mad at me, y'all. I can't remember, but y'all know who I'm talking about. Okay, she wanted to be with him. He was more thuggish. He was more a street guy, and she wanted to be with him. And when he passed away and was shot and killed, you know what I mean? Then Will, I guess, was the next best thing. You know, I don't know, but it just didn't seem right. But at any rate, let me read you something here. They weren't a match. Let's just put it to you like that. They weren't a match. Will Smith, rather, and Jada Pinkett Smith. But here's something that's interesting that the article says about Chris Rock's perhaps having an influence on on Will Smith's popularity plummeting even lower. It says, his apologies have not helped either. Primarily, though, what's hurting Smith is Rock's refusal to let him off the hook. Rock refuses to take Smith's calls, refuses to say the two of them have buried the hatchet, and this leaves Smith dangling out there, which is undoubtedly what Rock wants. And who can blame him? And that's the end of that right there. But that article made a valid point. You know, that perhaps may be the reason why his popularity, because Chris Rock haven't let him off the hook. You know, I mean, and it seems to suggest to me that Chris Rock he had time to now process this. He didn't have time to think about what Will Smith did. And you embarrassed me, man. You made a fool out of me on the stage. You know what I'm saying? You hit me. Really, dude, you assaulted me. So now I'm not going to let you off the hook. And that little apology you gave, man, come on, man. You should have been did that. That's probably what Chris Rock is thinking. So at the end of this video, I want to ask this. Do you think that Will Smith's popularity is going to grow back? Do you think he's going to be the same person that he was before? Is he going to be as loved as he was before? I don't know. My thought is his popularity over time will come back, but he will always be remembered for that number one thing, that slap. And that's going to have effect in his future, one way or the other. Whether it be good or bad, it's going to have an effect in his future. But that's what I had to say about that. What do you guys think? Leave your comments in the comment section below. Like, share, and subscribe to this channel. God bless you all, and see you again.